Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, so the B-1 bombers that's over in Guam, they're prepared 24 hours a day at the moment. They've been issued that preparedness program yesterday. They're ready to go at a moment's notice, President Trump said. Also, within the last 2 or 3 days, media has been coming out saying that President Trump is issuing for aviation retired military pilots to come out of retirement, and that's to help fill in the void of the lack of members that's already in service. So that's another thing that a lot of people speculating, like this, that happened, and then this, that we are in fact striking North Korea. I don't think that's going to be the case right now. I brought out in my video earlier that China is threatened to blitz war with North Korea. And also, there was an interview with President Trump last night talking a little bit about the Korean situation. And he gave credit to China for actually doing what they are doing. He's saying China is a great asset over there. And China, believe it or not, has the most influence to cripple its economy. And that would, in fact, make it harder for Kim Jong-un to do testing and research. He brought out that there's a lot of trade, even if it's not from China. There's a lot of trade that goes into North Korea through China. So with China cutting ties, everything, Donald Trump said, we'll give it a few days and see what happens. Now, I really believe that he would wait a couple days before another decision of a preemptive strike. However, if we woke up tomorrow and found out that the United States was already at war, I seriously think it would have been because of North Korea firing off another ballistic missile that they've been threatened for the last couple of days with its rhetoric, saying that it's going to be shooting salvos of missiles towards Guam, another ICBM testing, another hydrogen bomb testing. All these threats that they're making, I think, in fact, if Kim did that with everything that's going on now with the U.S. military over there in South Korea and with these new provocations from China, I seriously think that would be the only involvement that would get United States in. Again, I agree with Trump. We'll see what happens in a couple of days, if anything happens. Another thing that's being talked about, and I really think that I brought out a video a couple days ago with mainstream media also bringing it out. It's all over the place over the internet about the real Russian conclusion, Uranium One, and the Clinton Foundation, bribery, kickbacks, money laundering, the Obamas. There's actual information out there about it, evidence. And I told you guys to be on the lookout for the next big distraction. If you guys notice, if you watch like CNN or anything like that, last I knew, CNN's Wolf Blitzer only gave it like 19 seconds airtime, and then they jumped back into delegitimizing Trump. I seriously think the new big distraction, and this is just my opinion, it's being aired everywhere. Every news station is talking about it. A lot of people on social media is talking about it. There's plenty of stories, but Uranium One is still kind of hush-hush. It's still going on, but the mainstream media is not putting it out there on what's going on. So I'm really paying attention to that story close. But I see the distraction that's being put out to the public is this whole Congresswoman. I don't even know her name. And here's the big stink about it. Today they're making a big deal about how Trump stumbled on recognizing the soldier's name to the widow. So I'm sorry, I don't know the Congresswoman. I want to say Wilson. Yeah, Congresswoman Wilson. With all her rhetoric going on TV, talking about Trump and all this about the phone call and how he didn't say it correctly and all this. Now, we know that was supposed to be a private phone call from Trump to her. Congress, I want to know, one, like we seen, if you guys, there's video out, it's being pushed out to the mainstream media of the wife actually on the phone with Trump, which was supposed to be a private conversation. And then now it's being leaked out to the media, and everyone's like, oh, well, I wish President Trump would just stop attacking her so she can have time to grieve, and I seen that this morning. I seen someone comment, And I'm sitting there thinking, she's this widow's already on national TV, going to good morning shows talking about it. They're using her to further divide the nation. Now I do agree. Let's try and find some reason in here why maybe President Trump, maybe stumbled on saying this gentleman's name, this fallen hero's name. You had a U.S. Marine died over country, died overseas and come back, and they're making a big stink about President Trump's call. And again, maybe back in the past, I don't know. This is just being brought out to me. Maybe Barack Obama and Bush, maybe they did call, members of fallen soldiers. I don't know. I don't know if that information's out there. I honestly don't know. The one thing that I keep thinking about, you guys all want to slander Trump over, this. But, and also the people that's doing that, claim that they love Obama and all this. But yet you guys don't remember about the time where Obama disgraced military members by not only cutting funding, but also kicking a military couple, a man and a woman that met in the military and fell in love. They were getting married in Hawaii at a golf course, and Obama kicked them off the field, off the course, because he wanted to golf. Those were American military members, and he basically took their dream wedding, and later on he called and apologized to it. But come on, really? I seriously think that this whole distraction with Congresswoman Wilson, and her little circus hat get up going on, that was supposed to be a private phone call. Okay, so we see in the video that there's a military member sitting on the couch over there. We see her on the speakerphone holding her phone. I want to know who's holding the phone and recording it. Again, that was a private conversation. I don't know if it was Congresswoman that was actually there when that phone call took place. But again, it was a secret conversation. Okay? And then for you to take it out here and put it publicly when the wife should be grieving, shouldn't be talking to mainstream at all. Shouldn't even be leaking none of this out. She shouldn't have to be getting on TV or sitting down and turning on the TV and hear them talking about, her late husband. She should be grieving. But also now she's making statements out to the press, to the public. She's getting on daytime TV shows talking about it. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. I seriously think they're pushing that agenda way harder than Uranium One. And it's sickening. Not for the fact that Uranium One's not being talked about. It's maddening how they're taking a U.S. soldier who lost his life, a U.S. hero, and is going to drag his death through public media and make a circus act out of it. It's ridiculous. So, again, guys, that's what I think about the distraction that's going on in America to keep us away from Uranium One. Also, the Harvey Weinstein pedophile sex ring. There's a lot of different things going on. So, again, where's Uranium One?